and I need you to listen closely, the only reason why this is going on in the United States of America, the only reason why is because there's a fear of black domination. Period. You have to know actual history, not history from elementary school and what you learned in little petty little high school, okay? You have to, even in college, you have to learn way more, okay? Those books are crafted, okay, to teach you what they want you to know about history. No. You have to go back and get real history, okay, to understand why people voted blindly, okay? Blindly, no matter what the bills were, no matter what the laws were going to be passed, no matter what, they voted blindly because of only one thing, okay? The fear of black domination. I am not lying to you, okay? This is real history. I tell the truth, shame the devil, okay? Well, during the election, you got brainwashed people, you got racist people, you have stuff like that going on, but you also have history. So some people don't even understand why they are doing what they're doing. They're doing it because mama and them did it and they did it and that's the way it's supposed to go because this is how we maintain control and this is what the what. Okay? It's the fear of black domination. I'm going to show it to you. So Reverend C. Morris wrote this back in 1903 and he was a black leader. And he was talking about certain things. The Negro grows $1 billion worth of produce. He grows 8 million bales of cotton against the 4 million as a slave. He has earned 400 million since the war and is yearly increasing his land holdings. I know you're going to say, what? What? Calm down. I'm getting ready to show you something else. I showed you that part first just to give you an idea of the progress, the fast progress of Black Americans post-emancipation. Okay? That's one. All right? So keep that in mind. Now I'm going to show you where white people prefer to steal. They prefer to steal before they feel like they're going to be dominated by anybody black. This was written in 1888. 2 years ago, the leading citizens, both Republicans and Democrats, petitioned the county judge to have a Republican judge at each place of election. It was ignored, claiming they would rather steal than have Negro domination. Claiming that they would rather steal than have Negro domination. Now, I know that was in the 1800s. Negro domination. The fear of it made the South solid and keeps it so. Now I'm going to show you why they like to break up and cause migrations in the Black American community. They like to cause people to move and separate. Okay? Because if we grow too big in an area, they lose political power. Right? So watch this. This was in 1937. One of the objectives of the Constitutional Convention of 1901 through 1902 was to relieve a number of Southside Virginia counties of the fear of Negro domination. They had had enough of Negro office holders during Reconstruction. Some of them had an actual Negro majority and frankly resorted to ballot box stuffing to prevent election of Negroes to county offices. Now, there has been a large Negro migration from that area. The fear of Negro domination is a mere scarecrow. So, when we look back in history and understand it properly, Black Americans, newly freed Black Americans, were trying to escape the violent South. Okay. So there was a great migration up north. Many stayed, most stayed actually, and millions moved upstate, up north. The government played off of this separation. Okay. They would offer people up north one thing and offer people down south another thing just to try and win elections, right? So when we look back at, why are they putting a highway through this town, this Black American town, or why are they doing this or why are they doing that to this Black American community? Because when it gets too big and too powerful, then that fear of Black domination comes into play. And they want to end it. They want to end the success, or they want to stifle it. They want to slow down Black American success. And that's how it's always been. And let's look at Texas in 1944. Okay. The fear is there. And a great many Texans react precisely as if Negro suffrage would mean that the whites would all be put into concentration camps. Now, the next paragraph talks about why that's ridiculous, right? But it doesn't matter. They still believe in this fear that was pushed on them for generation and generation. In South Carolina, the situation is somewhat different. There, approximately 40% of the population is colored. In some areas, the Negroes actually outnumber the whites. So, if there was any real reason to fear Negro domination, the South Carolinians have a better numerical basis for it than the Texans. You read on down, it says they cherish this fear, cherish it. So they always look at the polls, okay? This is why Black Americans, all of us, have to vote. Because all they have to do is stoke fear into white people, and they will literally pick the worst candidate on earth to put in office, because something that they fear worse than a dictator or the worst candidate on earth is Black domination. I mean, they got that thing down in them. They'd rather be poor, broke, dusted, and disgusted, okay? They'd rather have the ocean come over the land and drown them. But that fear of Black domination, they lose their mind, all gone. Makes no sense. Go vote when it's time to vote.